This show is so freaking good. We are 38 episodes into that Shangri-La Frontier greatness, and they just keep dropping bombshell after bombshell, and the way it all connects is so freaking good. We not only get the answer of who this Akane character is, turns out it is Dragonfly from the BERP game, which was the kind of glitchy fighting game, which was episode 8 or 12, 13, somewhere in that of core 1 of season 1. So it makes a lot of sense. To no one's surprise, I would hope at this point, the scar is, well, how you get into the rabbit village, of course. Personality was a complete night and day difference from the girl from the previous game, so that was never an option for me. But I do get why, like, maybe the scar was kind of a misdirect, but now we got that cleared up. We got fangirl mode on, which is fantastic. They kickstarted the episode off with Saiger Zero's head getting cut off, or bit off, I should say, only for it to be a misdirect. But here's the thing, though. We are answering some major things about what is going on with this boss fight. And it does have me concerned, because here's the thing. Physical attacks ain't doing nothing on the big bad wolf. What we appear to be the main body, only magical-based attacks seemingly are doing things. Which has me concerned, because we didn't start a quest to enter this fight. But then again, we are under the assumption there is a quest for all these big bosses. There could be a couple that maybe you can just discover. Maybe the conditioning's different. It has to be nighttime, it has to be this or that. I don't know. But the idea that, say we survive till morning and it flees, that could be a possibility. Here's the thing though, we're already fighting clones. It is entirely possible that we're still just fighting clones. And if we look at the Weathermon fight, I mean, there was multiple phases. So what, you defeat all these and then the real fight starts? This is already feeling like a Dark Souls fight. You give this giant wolf a sword in its mouth and it's literally pulled from Dark Souls 1. They're dropping some bombshells for sure, but I think my favorite thing about this episode is how they didn't blue balls us. They actually let our girl charge up. She's in the process of doing her ultimate attack. It could be enough. If we keep her safe, we could win this, but there's going to be a catch. There's no way we just get a W, but we finally have the answer of who this girl is, and I think that's a pretty big bombshell, to be honest. Now, of course, I have full live reactions over on Patreon. If you want to see my full length of thought to these episodes, it's going to be over there exclusively. Now, favorite moment is probably going to be something that not a lot of people are going to highlight, but I think it's worth pointing out. Anime is a very static medium by nature. I mean, the classic old school memes where characters standing around with just some mouth flaps and maybe a little bit in the background, right? Like, besides stop motion, there's not a lot of mediums that move as less as anime. However, of course, we always want to see it move as much as possible. We had an episode where I think 75 to 80% of this episode was characters running. Like, they very rarely stood still and chatted. They were constantly running for their freaking life, and the production held up. I'm gonna say it, this is probably the best produced episode of season 2 by far. The effects, the running, the end, like even in shows like Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan, when characters are fighting, yeah, there's like sprints and movement of, you know, running animation with attacks, but it's not just continuous like this. This was insane. And I stand by my statement. I said it in season 1. Shangri-La Frontier is one of, if not the most consistent 2 cores. Now here's the thing. Shangri-La is constantly throwing action animation. There are shows that you could say maybe are more consistent just as a technical, like, here's the art, here's the animation, but for a show that's constantly action, it's insane how little competition it honestly has, if you ask me. And the fight overall evolves in a pretty fun way, because over the course of it, right, we knew Emule and the others were going to come in, which was scary for me, because we know, you know, these NPCs, if they die, they don't come back. We can't bring Emule to Inventoria, right? Like, we're very limited now of what can happen, meaning either we have to survive until dawn, and because that's my assumption, is that if you survive till the sun comes up, it probably runs away. It probably can't be there because it needs shadows or something. I don't know. Or we have to defeat it. It's just there's that voice in my back of my mind that says, I just don't see them getting the second boss victory. Like, I feel like they will win whatever this is, but I feel like that's phase 1. And I'm trying to think of different game design that would make sense. Like, what if, because this is the first of the bosses that, as far as we know, that can pop up in multiple locations. So I'm kind of curious what if you beat this, the dual wolf shadow kind of situation, and that then unlocks a quest. and that quest is how you go fight the real one. Like, something like that could very well what would be happening, which would maybe explain why it can pop up in multiple locations, because if it's not really the real fight, then multiple people could find it in different locations, fight, beat it, get the quest, do whatever you need to then go fight the real one. That could be a situation. Now, if we go under the assumption this is actually the real fight, say we win all this, the next fight starts. The true body comes in. Like, it just, I don't know, like, a mule would die. Like, we're not prepared. Like, we spent how much money and preparation for the Weathermon fight? We're going in here basically like we woke up an hour ago and we're like, shit, man, we gotta save the world. Okay. There's a lot of uncertainty, and I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna go, because I guess you could go the route of them winning here and just getting a W, and it's just argued it's the weakest out of the 7 Colossals, but I doubt it. The one thing I will say, though, is no matter which direction they go, as long as they don't kill my favorite rabbit pal, this has been an incredibly exciting fight, because we switched up the party dynamic completely by having Saiger Zero with us, but then adding in essentially a ninja-based character, which her fighting style was really cool. I like how agile and just, you know, like her log ability, but now she doesn't have any more of the logs for distractions, but still, like, they made it look like Saiger Zero was dead there. Just really, really fun stuff. And I like the fact that, you know, it's not like we need constantly characters from previous games to come over, but I mean, look at our pal who literally did travel over, and he was a big importance of why we were able to defeat Weathermon. So I like the idea that, you know, our boy makes different connections, whether it's rivalries, or in this case, I worship the ground you walk on, senpai. And for him, he's just like, God freaking damn it. Not only did you get into the rabbit village, you're now also after my unique boss fight. How dare you? Just such a selfish gamer. I love him, man. But this has been fantastic. Opening and ending. We got a new opening and ending. Jesus, they are good. I don't know, like right now for me, with this new anime season, both Soul Leveling Season 2 and Shangri-La Frontier Opening 2, those are currently in my running for favorite openings, but man, that ending, the old school video game feel with whatever the song, I don't know, it's like this kind of soft alt rock vibe. I really enjoyed it. Probably my favorite ending song currently of the season. Fantastic stuff. You let me know what you thought down below. I thought this was a bombshell of an episode. Finally got the answer of who this character is. We got now even more speculation on this boss fight. It's just crazy shit's happening, and we still got to go after the big kraken in the ocean. It's a great time to be a Shangri-La fan. Your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around, of course ring that bell, and like I mentioned, got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Jose, Brookie XD, Wayne Aldequist, Chrome Elron, Neuro Naudala, Celio Lean, Robert Lawson, and we also have Daniel Sharp, so I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, have a good one.